Hello, and my name is Scott McKenzie, and I'm the founder of a home care agency called Golden Age Companions, and we have been in business since 2011 and have generated over $8 million of total revenue. I also have founded a company called Home Care Agency Blueprint, which is designed to help you start, grow, and scale your very own home care agency. So today I want to talk about caregiving and working with dementia patients specifically. So when you are placing a caregiver in the home, I get this question a lot. How do you know, for example, like how to check the skill set for a caregiver? And specifically in this video, I want to talk about dementia. Now, it's been proven that there's actually hundreds, if not over 1,000 different variations and types of dementia, which is also known as Alzheimer's. That's a derivative of dementia. And so I'm talking about this topic specifically because out of all of our clients, most of them have some variation of dementia. And so you want to be sure when you're hiring the right caregiver, when you're bringing them in the home, that they have that skill set to be able to take care of your client who has dementia. And the way that you know that is there's, sometimes it's obvious reasons. When you get there to do the in-home assessment, you can see that this client is forgetful and they're maybe repeating themselves or saying things that happened a very long time ago that they think are happening today. There's all kinds of ways you can see like the severity of what their condition is. And the more severe ones are the ones where they're screaming or just almost like combative in some ways. And that's important to observe. And that's why it's important to go do the in-home assessment, because then you know how to protect your caregiver when bringing them in the home to work for that family. And the other thing to think about too is when you're doing, say, the initial phone assessment intake, if the family's just letting you know, yeah, my dad has dementia, or my mom has dementia, but they kind of brush over it, it's either one of two things. They're kind of used to dealing with it all the time and they're like pretty burnt out, so they're not looking at it as something that could be severe, or they don't want you to quote them a super high rate because, the savvy shoppers know that you're going to need to charge more money to bring in a higher quality caregiver because you're going to need to be paying that caregiver more money. So that is something that you really want to think about when you take the phone intake. That's one thing, but then when you actually go do the in-home assessment, then that's another, and you'll be able to actually see what the severity of that dementia is so you can quote them properly. And some on your side of things, on hiring the right caregiver, that's simply just asking the caregiver, what situations have you been in with a client who has had dementia, and maybe just ask for a specific situation that they went through with that client and how they handled it and approached that specific situation. That will help because then you're going to be able to get a good caliber on if that caregiver is really being totally truthful and they don't just say, yeah, I have dementia experience. By asking that follow-up question of, well, can you please share with me an experience that you went through and how you handled it with, someone who had a certain behavior related to Alzheimer's or dementia. And oftentimes then you'll get the truthful answer. You'll know right away that person is telling the truth. And also you can follow up with even a little, there's actually these pages, little quizzes that you can download. In fact, in our home care agency blueprint program, we have different tools that you can use to hire caregivers. So there's some skills checklists that you can have them fill out, and that will be a way of gauging where they are on their expertise. And really, most people are honest. So if they say they've worked with dementia patients for 8-10 years, you just want to know the severity of it and know if they worked with a really combative one or not. I'm going into a whole detail on this with this one video today, just because it is a major liability if you do send a caregiver off that say the family says their mom or dad has dementia and they're combative, and that client hits your caregiver, or your caregiver gets really upset and says something, or is maybe aggressive with them and grabs their arm or something, now all of a sudden you have either a lawsuit or just a claim on your hands. So you want to avoid that and just make sure that you're protecting your caregiver, you're protecting the family, and that all the expectations are set up in a 180, that everything is properly set up properly. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to go over today on bringing in a caregiver specifically. I'm getting that question a lot on, the dementia, the Alzheimer's and dementia. That's one of the diseases that most of my patients have, and that's who we handle most. The second one is Parkinson's. So Parkinson's is another one. And then, yeah, that's what I want to go over in this video today. And if there is anything else, if you'd like to book a call with me, there is a link in the description below, and that is a one-on-one call with me directly on how to start, run, and operate your very own home care business. We can talk about that and see if there's a good fit for me and my team to work with you. So thanks for coming today, and I appreciate you guys coming back to my videos. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.